We're recording.
Hi and welcome back. Last time we played, you guys have taken the carriage together with Shando to a little, um, let's say, attached village, like a few houses only along the road up to the Shard Lake Manor, where you have met um, a barkeeper whose name you never asked, and he sent you to a man called Kralaur the Sea, who runs a merchandise shop in this town that deals in all kinds of gear you would need around the Shattered Sea. You heard about some dangers and equipped yourselves accordingly before you went to sleep in the tavern and on the next day marched forward in the direction a caravan of nomads has left to reach a settlement called Kiona in the Shattered Sea. But soon after you have started to follow the trails, the snow picked up, the wind picked up, and you found yourselves in a blizzard. Last time I was sleeping on the rules of a blizzard a bit. You, from this point onward, Neri, will not be able to see the stars and will have to rely on a different way to find your way. And the DC for the robot never will increase by the amount I have missed the last time. So, you three found yourselves. It's about midday. You have traveled for how many throws was it? 6? 6 hours. Without a map, you're not very sure where you are at the moment and how far you have gone through the blizzard. Your movements have been slowed immensely, walking against the wind and the piling snow in front of you. You still have to rely on sight and feeling of the other person next to you as the blizzard is robbing you of your sight. You can barely see 10 feet in front of you.
We need to take shelter. We can't travel like this. It's not safe.
No, I also can't navigate anymore.
Okay,
Damn.
people, we get the point.
We get it. Let the man drive.
I like how we all just automatically assume it's a man.
So,
um,
you both yell through the storm, turn to each other, Neri realizing that she can't navigate with the stars anymore, and you realizing that the effort might be worthless.
yes. I guess let's start looking around for a place to stop. You know, maybe a cave, an overhang. Um, a coat of trees that protects us from the snow. Something I don't know.
Maybe we could also build something to keep away the wind at least. If we don't find anything soon.
We could certainly try. We just okay. I guess David, what do you want me to roll to look for something?
You, you guys are trying to look for something.
Yes, trying to look for
Yes, you
shelter.
You can make a perception check at disadvantage to try and see of any indicators in your maximum 30 feet vicinity. All right. With a 10, you're not sure if what you are making out is a cliff or the start of an overhang. But south of your position would be at least an indicator of something is there. All other directions around you, you see snow blowing and snow landscape.
I'll just kind of point off in that direction and say there's a cliff or overhang or something that direction. Let's try there.
Okay. I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw or survival check at disadvantage.
Wisdom or survival?
All individually. As you make your way to that overhang.
Saving throw? No.
You can choose if it's a wisdom saving throw or a survival check. So never you need to roll a wisdom save or a survival check. Which should let
Maybe
you
it's the
better off. I mean, I think you're only not granting yourself points, but okay.
It's a 12. You see it. I rolled it.
I see you rolled a wisdom check.
But yeah, that's the same.
It's the same. It's a +1 too. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So a 12 for you, a
Oh
10
no,
for.
I'll take this one. It's a save.
You should take the save, my man. All right. So on the natural 20, you see at the last moment before he would have vanished from your eyesight, you see that Sable, even though he has pointed in the right direction and everyone was supposed to go in the line, you are not tied together. So you see that he's wandering off.
That he's one what?
Wandering off.
Oh.
You see that Neri behind you is able to cling onto the line you are walking, but has her eyes also covered and is focused on the steps she makes as well. But you see that Sable has somehow misstepped and corrected himself afterwards and is now walking off in the wrong direction. He's about to be lost from your sight.
I make a like a beeping sound, really loud. Beep 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 beep. You are going in the wrong direction.
You hear an
Sebastian.
echo of that beeping sound. You go beep beep beep, and then it goes beep 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 beep. Very long.
Maybe we should be careful where we're going.
Make a perception check at disadvantage, Sebastian, and never make a performance check. Okay, nice. Yeah, even though your perception is very bad, the performance is very good. So that beep, you hear the echo of it, and you turn around and you don't see your comrades anymore, Sebastian.
Can we still see him?
I could.
No, at this point, only Never is able to tell in which direction he has went.
Okay.
I'll turn directly around and follow my tracks in the snow back.
There are no tracks. The blizzard is picking like any tracks you leave. There are no tracks. It's directly carried away with the wind. It's all a mess of white blur if you look to the ground. Have you ever been in a very heavy snowstorm, guys?
Yes.
No.
Yes. No? So imagine when you look into the sky and you see the snowflakes swirl, it's the same on the ground with a bit light difference on the colors, but you barely can tell ground from bottom because there's so much snow particles just and they're large and they stick together, then they're small again.
Okay, I will continuing doing my beeping because I can't see him.
Every
And
time you beep, the echo grows further into the distance.
I will cast this.
Wait. So at the moment, Sable has turned around to try and see that his tracks are gone, and Never, you want to start beeping again. Neri, you are not aware that Sable is gone, because Never only beeped. He never communicated something.
I said,
Oh,
you
sorry.
are going in the wrong direction. I said.
Then
And I can still see Never, right? But I can't see Sebastian, so I could be like.
a blizzard is also very loud, guys. The wind, like even if you're talking to each other, it's very hard to hear each other. It's like even more difficult than in a club.
I would try to stay with Never, I guess.
Yeah, I will still beep.
Okay.
The echo was there, so this is the thing I would do. Otherwise, I would also like Neri is right now doing, so I won't do it. I would firebolt, but let she use flame, of course.
After
Make a flame, so maybe you can see him.
going back to Sable, now that Neri has made a flame, make just a survival check, straight survival check. To find your way back to where you've came from. DC 15. 14. You look around and you are not sure if you turning straight back actually was your direction because you were sure that you were walking the same path, but it seems like you weren't or the others weren't, and now you're not sure anymore. What do you want to do, Sable?
Well, um,
Is it about me? Did I miss something?
no, I'm trying to decide what I'm trying to do or what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, Sable turned around and failed his check to find you guys, so he has no indicator to where you are. And the echo of the beeping is for you not really helping. When it beeps, you know that they are somewhere. You can still hear that, but it could be whatever direction in this storm. Everyone make an intelligence check DC 20.
Sheesh.
I will also give guidance to Never. DC 20 intelligence check.
But I can't hit the 20.
Yeah.
But thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. What is this?
That will help you.
You have to touch me, right? Go away. Don't touch me.
I will do it without you even realizing then already touched you.
As you touch Never, make a strength saving throw DC 10.
I let it slide.
No.
You take 2 cold damage as some of your skin remains sticking to the very cold metal.
I do have gloves, right?
I wear winter clothes.
Oh, sorry. But he wouldn't just touch a strand of your clothing. I feel like he would establish contact to your body, like touching your shoulder or something. But you wear winter clothes and you wear gloves, you're safe. Doesn't happen.
I don't know
But you
how
get the feeling
magic
as you
works.
touch him, you get the feeling the metal absorbs your heat through the glove. So whatever cold
Mhm.
you are, never must be even colder.
Uh,
Okay.
I guess.
Sail. I'm listening. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'll look around, see if I can see that cliff or overhang or whatever that was that I told them to go towards. Can I see that from where I am now?
You can make another perception check. Just straight. Nope. You can't see that place anymore. Which makes you realize you must have stepped in the wrong direction at some point. Last chance for you guys to do something within the hour. So this whole we're going to stop, we go to the hang, we lost each other, has already taken about 30 to 40 minutes.
Hmm. So the fire didn't help, right? You tried this? The produce flame?
No, it didn't help.
yeah.
Well,
Okay.
it did make a difference, but in the end it was not noticed.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but just for me, so I don't try firebolting again or produce other light or so.
Well, in your case, after beeping twice and making the fire, you didn't tell me that you are walking, right?
Yeah, I would stop.
Yeah, so both of
Yeah,
you
I
stopped
wouldn't.
and did all that and waited, and now we're at
We
this point.
called out for him.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And as you call out again, your echo is being carried, but not as far as the beeping.
We
Hmm.
should just wait here, maybe make a shelter, and wait for the blizzard to clear. It's no use chasing after him when we're not even sure anymore where he went.
Yeah, that's bad. We lost one person already.
Well, this is a very nasty storm.
So, how to make a shelter?
Uh, I can do this, David. It tells me what the weather will be at your location for the next 24 hours. So maybe I could tell
Right.
how long this
Hmm.
is gonna.
Yes, you do that. Harm the symphony that predicts what the weather will be at your location. How does the effect look?
I take out my maps and I just study them basically to channel druidic craft.
What is your map? What is it made of?
It's like a box with actual maps in there, I
Right.
think.
So this might be weird for you, Never, as he takes out this box of scrolls and opens it up. Wait, you said box? Collection of maps? Glass
Uh,
disc, stone
yeah, in
tablet.
an ebony cover. I had the four, I
Hmm.
think.
Yeah. So they are bound in this black cover, and even though he takes it out, none of them fly away. They all stay in place as he takes his finger. They're not even influenced by the wind. And as you trace your finger and cast the cantrip, there are stars going back and forth over the map, moving along as if you fast forward on a minigame, and 5 hours. You'll probably have to endure it for 5 more hours.
Mm.
Before the sky's clear, let's say that.
What did you just do?
I think we still have to hold out for 5 minutes, 5 5 hours before this will get any better.
5 hours.
Yes.
Hmm. Is in D&D, is there something like Morse code?
There's Thieves' Cant and other kind of non-vocal languages, but if you don't have it in your character sheet, you don't know it.
No, I don't have this thief
What
chant.
about
Although I have
binary?
a criminal contact and criminal background.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a hired killer, so I could argue with knowing some chants.
Okay,
Although
give me a history or intelligence check to see if you caught up some of those Thieves' Cant communication methods.
Oh, history 19.
Yeah, definitely. You've been contacted through them and have been communicated, like, at least the basic stuff that you have fulfilled your contract, what the contract was, and studied your contractor who met other people, and you noticed their hands. You know, some basic convo, yeah.
Okay, so
But
then
now that you know that, it's more like tines and knocks.
uh-huh. So I try to mimic that with beeping and try to deliver the message storm ends in 5 hours. Like storm,
As
5 hours, end.
Okay, before that happens, let's go back to Sable. Before the hour ends, anything you want to do, Sable?
Well, um, outside of game, meta knowledge, I know the best thing to do if you're lost in a blizzard is to sit
What
tight
is it?
and shelter. So I am going to dig a little cubby in the snow at my feet, wrap myself up in my cloak, and just kind of bury myself as much as I can in the snow
Okay.
until the blizzard clears.
Has Sable the same justification to know what you know?
Well, he has proficiency in survival.
Alright, then let's say he rolls to see how well he does his shelter. Yeah, let's say he does a very good shelter. He digs into the snow until he finds some ground and puts the ice bits on to his front and back and not on top. Covers himself with a coat, and because of the thing you are wearing, you experience no loss in body temperature. You even notice that snow that lingers too long on you starts to melt. And in that moment, there is a different kind of beep in the distance. But this time, it's followed by a loud crunching noise. Um,
Launching?
it starts as a, like, after this crunching noise, this very loud crunching noise,
Okay.
like like a giant has stepped on very soft snow. There is a loud, a quiet rumbling, like, which gets louder and louder and louder. Because you can't see, because of this blizzard, all of you are hit by an avalanche.
No shit.
So you can't see it, so we don't need to run from it. And you would not be able to outrun it. That's why I wanted you guys to roll the intelligence saves to remember that high tone pitches can cause avalanches. Even any loud claps, explosions, everything can cause avalanches or ice cracks. So this must be either one of them. Moving along, I need a strength saving throw from everyone.
Poof. Strength is not my best.
So everyone who rolled beneath a 15 takes 7 bludgeoning damage. You get tossed, you get tumbled, you lose the sense of where up and or where down is. You even lost what you were gripping at the moment. Before you find yourself stuck in a rather uncomfortable bended position of your limbs, and you can't see, you can't really move. And you all immediately gain 1 level of exhaustion as you realize you all must have been following this avalanche for quite the ride. Your body aches, even though the snow itself is not hurting. It's quite soft, actually. Still, the trauma your brain has caused, has endured, has probably made you unable to move for a few minutes. I need Never to make another Constitution saving throw. The DC is 18. You have just a straight roll because of the warm clothing you're wearing.
Okay. Oh man.
Okay. Wait a second. You gain another level of exhaustion, never. Now you have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Holy fuck.
Alright. Never. You don't see, hear anyone around you. Sable, same. You all count as blinded and restrained.
Maybe that's
So you can try to dig yourselves free. And with that, reaching the surface, you will end up ending the blinded and restrained conditions on yourselves. But for that, you need to make a strength check, athletics check. Alright, yeah. Sable, you are able to dig yourself free. And you notice that very, very harshly, it's still blizzarding outside.
I would help myself with firebolt, melting the ice a little bit.
Firebolt is a cantrip. In which direction are you shooting it? In front of you, down, up, to the side?
Mm.
Because you can't really tell.
First down, so that, or beneath my feet, so I could stand or make a little hole, so I could locate where is down and up and whatever direction, and then when I stand, straight up and try to make this.
So you're trying to find out where your center of gravity is. As you shoot up and get a bit of space for your legs, they fall down. You must have been upside down.
Okay, nice. So
you fail to dig yourself out, though.
yeah.
As you shot the firebolt, you created a little of a air vault in which snow comes whoosh, crushing in afterwards, as if to fill the crevice you've left behind.
Then I at least try to I will repeat that process until I completely stand, at least, so I don't have this uncomfortable, weird position.
Yes, you have righted yourself, but you are still restrained.
Mm-hmm.
Never. Neri, what do you want to do?
Am I under the snow?
Yes, of course. You're also restrained. You're also blinded. Don't know where top or bottom is. You gained 1 level of exhaustion.
I will try to like compress the snow a little bit so I have like a space underneath me.
How would you do that?
Just wiggle a little bit.
It's suggested by the rules to do a free action dig out thing where you make an athletics check, 15, to try and see if you can reach the surface. If you want to interpret wiggling differently, then
How does guidance work? Can I also touch myself?
yes.
And I will give myself guidance and try to do the athletics. Oof.
Yes. You start to dig, you start to wiggle, but as soon as you think you have cleared some space, another piece of snow comes shoving in. So you know that now that you need to dig up, but you're not able to on this first try. Stable.
Yes.
You are out of the snow and back in the blizzard because you have heard the beeping and you were caught in the avalanche as well. You're pretty sure that your friends must have been caught by the avalanche as well. Your friends, your companions.
Okay, is there any indication of where they might be?
You can make a perception check, a straight one. 10. Looking around immediately, you don't see anyone near you. Indicators. There's plenty of like. You notice that the avalanche has gone through some trees on its way. You're not sure if they were behind you or in front of you because of the blizzard. So somewhere under you, you would need to find out more. Like look behind the broken tree trunks reaching out of the snow avalanche now.
Okay, is there a broken tree near me?
Since you can see 30 feet around you and you're standing in the aftermath of an avalanche, that you can see. There's plenty of broken tree trunks and branches and even some stones. So you can go in all directions and discover that there's a view behind that you then can see, or a new perspective.
Okay, then I guess I'll go there.
Okay. Never. You are still caught under the ice.
Mm-hmm.
Under the snow. How would you like to proceed?
My first approach would be fire. Fire. Mm-hmm. Fire. And I just would firebolt in the air the whole time and still until there is no snow left over me. Then I have a little hole, and that's something.
Yeah.
That's the most efficient way.
Are you sure this is what would happen, though? I mean, you are creating another crevice in snow if you do that.
Mm.
If I understood you correctly, from where you are, you want to keep casting Firebolt in the direction up
Mhm.
until the snow is melted around you.
Then another pile of snow would fall down. I will repeat that until, like in a Sanduhr, sand clock.
Mm-hmm.
Hourglass.
Hourglass, yes. Like an hourglass, the sand is running in the center, and there's a little
Okay.
hole. If you
Make
don't know what I
make another intelligence check. I feel like
mean,
maybe it's me or you are forgetting something.
I wouldn't, because I wouldn't climb again because I failed. I wouldn't try this again. Another intelligence.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You would need to melt an amount of snow that could carry the snow further. So you could be the cause of another avalanche because you don't know if you have come to a rest on the bottom of like on the ground, or just if the avalanche has just outpaced itself and settled on another cliff. So if you melt this all, the water that is running down below the whole snow will probably cause another avalanche, Chris.
Okay.
So you think that if you melt yourself out, that amount of water, either way, you don't do it as fast and keep a control amount of water in check so that it doesn't flood, but it just streams, or you find a different approach.
Well, I have a crowbar. I could use that. I
Mm-hmm.
fold my hands into a little crowbar, and then I just crack snow by snow and try to dig up or climb up step by step.
Right, make another climbing check. This is an athletic. DC is 15. All right. Eventually, you are able to procure footholds with your crowbar staircase approach and manage to reach the top. Make a perception check. Never, as you reach the top.
Mhm.
At disadvantage.
Bloop.
I mean,
13.
13. All right. You look around and you too stand in the aftermath of an avalanche. There's broken branches, trees, and stones and stuff around you, but you don't see a person or party member at the moment. You're still caught inside the blizzard. 2 points of exhaustion, fully counting from now.
Okay.
That brings us to Neri. Still caught underneath all these snow masses. What do you want to do?
Mm. Mm-hmm. Maybe I will use the flame again to like melt the stuff that is above me.
Make an intelligence check.
Will that that will kill me, right?
I have a deja vu.
It's the same like my approach, I guess.
You really think that's
Yes.
gonna make another one?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
If you melt the snow too fast, the amount of water that would flow beneath the snow, and then melt the snow from the bottom would probably cause another avalanche if you're still on a decline.
Ah.
Which you don't know if you're still on a decline because you're still buried underneath the ice. Snow.
Alright, I will just do an athletic check normally.
DC 15.
Yeah, and then I will use the guidance, so that's 1d4. Nice.
Alright, you manage to also make your way out and climb up. Make a perception check, fully counting your disadvantages and exhaustion from now on. That's a 21. As you come up, let's say, Sable, you are evens and Never, you are odds. You see Never just
I'm never
peeking out.
already.
You see Never peeking out not far from you, like 20 feet next to you somewhere. There's still a blizzard raging outside. Sable, you have jumped over the first hurdle, still looking for someone. Let's say, because this is also random, even I find it difficult to say, maybe roll a d20 and on the... If you roll a 15 to 20, you find someone. Alright, no. You jump over a tree branch and still nothing there.
Okay,
Are
well,
you...
can I turn around and light this tree on fire?
What means are you using to light the tree afire? Because the wind is still blasting. You think using a flint or something would not work?
Okay, then I will use Sacred Flame. And I know normally it is radiant damage, but it was edited for this game.
I know, you do fire, that's true. So yeah, that happens. You light this afire with Sacred Flame. Alright, brings us to the other two. Who never. It's your turn. Neri has seen you, but you have not seen Neri.
So Storm is still there, but as I came up, I take some branches of wood, which you described, and try to build me a little shelter. Not with the sticks and stones. I will use my little hole, make it a little bit bigger and a little bit downwards, so I could make there a little hole to stand and make a fire in there.
Make a sleight of hand check, but it's going to be disadvantage. Or if you like survival, also possible. 10.
10.
Chris, it's like the conversation we had before. After 7 hours here in the cold, and now with 2 levels of exhaustion, you find that it's very hard for you to move. It's a fight to keep your joints, and especially in your knees and ankles, to keep them functioning. You have become more of a puppet, stiff, which is it's a paralyzing feeling for a robot like you. Because you have full access to all your parts, you know that, and yet you don't feel it. And it's become stiff. It doesn't respond as you want it to. So you think that if you would start this whole process of gathering and building something in this storm, by the end of it, you'll probably already be frozen in place. You will need a solution to heat up your parts soon.
Then fuck this, I will just burn the shit out of the wood I see. When there's anywhere a little tree or so, I will burn this.
As you start to burn the first tree and the fire goes on, you notice that the tree is sinking into the ground.
Oh, god damn. Damn it.
As you do that, let's go to Neri.
So I could see Never, right?
You see Never and you see what he's doing. He's within your sight, even though just your head peeks out and he hasn't noticed you.
I'm gonna call out to him.
Again,
Never, I'm
there's an
here.
echo. Never, ever, 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 ever.
I look around.
Yeah, now standing up, you can see Neri.
Oh, very good. Let's have a shelter. Do it, please, fast. This
Wait, can you
tree
help me
is
out?
sinking.
Can you help me get out?
I come pour. Shall I burn the ground for you? Or
No, I
should...
don't think. Just pick me up.
Okay. My crowbar hand forms in another hand. Take this. And I would try to help her out.
I would try to get out.
You are already out, Neri. You succeeded on your check.
Yes, that's right. I succeeded.
Mhm.
But he's still gonna help me.
So the crowbar is reached towards you. You grab it, and now you're back on your feet, totally out of the hole.
I'm also probably pretty cold and exhausted, so
You see that Neva has started a fire on a large tree trunk, and with your good perception, you can see that in the same direction of that tree trunk, there is another light burning not far. But you can't tell the distance quite as well in the snow since you can't see.
Never, do you see that? And I point to the other fire.
Scanning.
Perception at disadvantage, please.
Fine.
Nope, you don't see it.
No. What are you implying?
I think that could be Sebastian. Maybe you
Then,
should.
then show me. Take this. And I
First,
give
we
him...
gotta extinguish your fire. I think it's not good, and I try to put some snow on it carefully.
What do you try to put on it?
Just try to extinguish basically the fire.
That works.
Here, take this. And I give him a belt. Take this in your hand. I will attach it to myself. We won't get lost this way.
That's a good idea.
Then show me where Sebastian is.
Yeah, I will go where I saw the fire.
Hey, so what's happening?
We extinguished the first fire, and we also tied ourselves together with a rope, and now we're going to where I saw the other fire.
All right. You, Sable. Would be weird to go back to you. You will say you're just waiting. So as the two of you go back towards the fire, you see that near that tree, that burning tree, is a Sable. And there is no snow sticking on him, while both of you are still covered in snow in your crevices, in your pockets. There is no amount of snow on Sable, it seems.
Oh, Sebastian, that looks good. Can you do it for me too?
Do what for you?
What you are doing with this snow?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There is no snow on you. I could constantly produce flames, but this method of yours seems better.
I have no clue why it's happening.
That is unfortunate. I move closer to Sable to get the benefit, but not touching him. I move closer now. No worries, I won't kill you.
I think we should be careful with how loud we are. There must have been why this happened.
Okay, I don't need to talk at all.
Well, your beeping was very loud as well.
Did you hear that, Sebastian? Did it help?
Unfortunately, there's just too many echoes.
Okay, good to know. I will never do it again.
Let's just hunker down and wait for this blizzard to be over.
It is 5 hours. Or, no, it is now 4 hours and 5 minutes left.
It's 3 hours and 5 minutes left. You've
Okay,
gone
3
through
hours and
two.
5 minutes left.
It's been 5. You've gone through 2 hours.
Okay.
Since you have lost yourself, the avalanche has taken you quite a bit. You've been like I've sped through it, but you've been in there for quite some time, and it's been toiling you around and stuff. And all of you have been avoiding stones and branches and tree trunks inside of the avalanche, but it has carried you some distance and some time. So it's when you do your cantrip again to find out, you'll see that it's 3 hours left on the blizzard. You take your rope and tie Sable alongside you guys.
I would recommend this. So, Sable, I have a belt. Take this. It is attached to me. I'm now the middle part of us. If I come nearer to Sable, is the snow is it leaving me too? Sorry.
Now that you are guys walking with your snowshoes on the snow, you're not sinking in. You're on very soft snow. Meaning that it's difficult terrain normally, but since you have your snowshoes, you're fine to walk on top of it. You don't need to be like waist deep into the snow and carve a way through. You can walk on top with your snowshoes on.
Oh, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't walk. We would stay, right?
Yeah, I think we need to rest.
Yeah,
You
right.
notice that
Cool.
walking through Sable and climbing out, you've noticed that. But you want to stay now where you are?
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna hunker down and wait for the blizzard to end.
Mm-hmm.
So if I come near to Sebastian, do I get the benefit of no snow? Or is it a Sable only perk?
It seems, as you do that, it seems like it's a Sable only perk.
Oh, this is not working. Screw this. And I go a few inches back again. I don't need to be so near.
Okay.
We need fire. Is
Yes.
here ground to burn? Here?
Yes, you can drag and drop your tokens here. Just for now, to give you like a sense of what you're working with. There's some stones, there's some broken trees around you. I didn't have the time to just paint an avalanche aftermath since I didn't think it would happen. Yeah. So standing amidst this blizzard in the aftermath of the avalanche, there are plenty of branches. There are plenty of possibilities to dig in and create a kind of windshield. At the same time, you don't know where you are. You don't know what's around you. You don't know how far the avalanche has carried you. Yes.
Daniel, did you also get into that avalanche?
You talking to me?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have all no idea where we are.
would seem that way, yeah.
Unfortunate. Let's make a shelter. I need warmth for my joints.
Okay, I'll dig down into the snow again,
I can help with my crowbar and my fire.
and then I'll try to collect as many branches nearby as I can get to.
Creating a fire in a blizzard is impossible with flint and steel. Even your branches, if you pile them up, they would fly away. They would be carried away by the strength of the wind.
That's why I'm digging down into the snow to make a gully.
All right,
Or
you
like,
really want to make a gully. As you dig down where you are standing, you notice that you are hitting something that is very icy. You're hitting a ice surface. There's no ground at the bottom from where you are standing. There's ice. Does that change your plan, or you still planning on?
okay, so can we build up and build a windbreak out of the snow to block the
So
wind?
as you have dug down, it is the depth of half of you, with if not wholly you, if you just move a bit away from the stone formation here, like the broken stones that have come in. So if you here you're buried half your size. Here you're buried full size. So depending on what you want, half cover, full cover against the wind.
Full cover would be preferable, but I'm not
All right.
opposed. I'm not opposed to crouching.
Okay. You go further into the middle of where you have met Neva and Neri, and you start to dig down to a size that could fit all three of you. Make a survival or performance check, counting your exhaustion in. So this is at disadvantage.
Oh, I would. Okay. I would help actually with my crowbar and
But
fire.
you are exhausted too?
Yes, yes.
10. So roll your check never to see if you can or if you are of help.
Okay. Let's see.
11. Yeah, no, both of you it takes quite some time, and it's a frustrating effort as this very soft snow keeps being blown into the holes that you dig. So you establish after another hour, you establish your place. In this hour, Neri, what are you doing? Are you joining them to help, or
Yeah, would help.
you're kind of bound on a rope as well?
Yeah.
Where the group goes, everyone goes. All right, make your survival or performance check at disadvantage, please. All right, no, this really does take an hour between the three of you, and at the end of an hour, I would need another Constitution saving throw from Never, DC 20 this time.
8.
All right, how many points of exhaustion do you have? 2?
2.
You will gain the third one, and with that, you can no longer move your arms. Oh, sorry, no. It's the fifth one where your speed is reduced to 0. You feel that your core is going overtime, and it's actually costing you, and it's starting to hurt having the fire and the cold fight inside of you. You are at half of your hit points.
Oh, wait. I have disadvantage on saving throws just now, not the other one. So Constitution save would be a 15, but it's not enough. Egal, whatever.
It's not enough still. I looked at the
Yeah,
15.
it's all right.
Okay, so that is your third hour into the blizzard, and you have established a kind of wind-safe place to start a fire in. Maybe you're still standing on ice. What do you guys want to do?
I would do anything to create a fire.
I imagine you have, like, in this hour, you have brought some branches, you have dug a little cave. So there are some branches, and you can light them up with a firebolt. And it does heat it up. Who has gathered the wood? Between the three of you, who would have been the gatherer of
I will.
branches? Okay, just roll a d6.
I would have with mage hand. That is
Oh, it's not actually about how good he does it.
okay.
5. Who would have provided the magic to keep the fire going or to start the fire?
I
Me.
could do that. Oh yeah, never. I don't care.
Never.
Never. Yeah,
Roll a
but
d6, please. And Neri, you would be in charge of keeping a lookout and watching out for your hole not to get covered by snow. Please roll a d6. Okay. Wait a second.
above average. Or with
Okay. Your fire will probably last 3 hours. As you start the fire, do you guys want to rest? Is that like, with all the resources you have, the fire will last for 3 hours. Yes. Never you trying to heat yourself up here. You need to sit very close to the fire. And I give you the benefit of reducing the DC.
Yeah,
I will.
take it.
I will sit as far back as I can from the fire. As far back as the rope will allow me to.
Mm-hmm. You feel like it doesn't really matter to you. Like, all this time, while everyone has been suffering from the consequences, you haven't. You don't care. You're just acting it out if you want to.
I have
You have
noticed.
not been cold for a minute. The warm clothes you're carrying, you imagine you could run around naked.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to stay as far back from the rest of the party as possible.
Okay. You could sit behind Never to support his heating up process.
It's also very cool. So
Does it
icebreaking.
Yeah, it has become visible to Neri and you that Never's movements have become sluggish, that his limbs seem to ice over and break free from the icing every time he does manage to walk.
okay? But does that put me at the extent of the rope, sitting behind Never, like that?
It would be like having a child on a lap, except that child is very heavy.
Okay. Well, I'm going to sit at the extent of the rope.
All right. So, please make your short rest, and Never, please roll me a d8 to see how much you can take off the DC. All right. Next time you'll be rolling a DC 17 check.
Unfortunate.
So after your short rest, you will have to make that check. And that was the last hour approaching. You still notice that the blizzard is raging on, and as Neri does her cantrip again, it says 1 hour until the blizzard has cleared up. But I let you do your short rest first.
Yeah, I have nothing to do in my progress. I would just stay with the fire.
Yeah, I'm also done pretty much.
Okay, so you're preparing for holding up against the last hour of the blizzard. Do you guys want to do anything in preparation?
Hmm.
The fire is still going, but it will only last for another hour after this.
Mm,
Not really.
Let me search for something.
Uh, uh, um, so no one?
Wait.
Then
Okay, I will rub myself into oil. When the fire stops, I will take one of my water skins filled with oil and rub myself in it to also get me a little extra skin against the cold because oil doesn't freeze,
Mhm.
as far as I know.
Yes, it doesn't freeze, but does it conduct cool and heat? So are you making yourself more vulnerable to heat and cold? Yes, so you don't want. Oil is very good at. Sorry, Chris. Oil is very good at conducting the thermal energy of something. So if you put
Oh,
oil somewhere cold, it will get very cold. If you get to it
mhm.
to a place very hot, it will get very hot.
Oh
So
no.
you probably
Okay,
do not want to cover yourself in oil.
then screw this.
If you
Well,
would light yourself on fire afterwards, I think it would be different. But I don't know if you want to do that.
no.
Okay. Anything else anyone wants to do in this after this short rest? Looking after, like you have resupplied the fire and you see the stock of branches. It's not going to be um, much longer until some of you need to go and bring more wood.
Yeah, I'll go get more wood.
You're still roped in with the others, so if they don't want to go, you can't go. So you would need to ask them if they want to go back into the blizzard.
Well, I'll
Or
add.
we just untie him.
Maybe I'll just add another length of rope to the rope, so I can go out
That
another.
is possible, yes.
I'll go out another rope length.
All right, that is 50 feet plus the 50 feet you have. So I say you can go out about 50 feet to 30 feet radius.
Okay, and I will look around for more wood.
All right. As you go up and start to go out, you notice something. You are standing or are amidst of a few tree trunks, only a few stones, and yet the wind smells differently than before, more salty, and the ground starts to how do you say if you wave from left to right? Is that correct?
Yeah, why not?
You feel a little floaty, as if where you put your weight, the ground starts to lean into, and you notice some snow starts to fall off somewhere, not far from you, like 15 feet in front of you. But you can't see because of the blizzard. You manage to find only a few branches that you think you can use. And as you go and approach the border where you saw the snowfall off, you notice you are standing on a very large ice float. And you don't know when, and you don't know how, but you guys must have disconnected from somewhere, from the avalanche grounds that you were on, and have traveled somewhere to the sea. So, you managed to find wood for another hour. So you have max 2 more hours. 3 more hours. Sorry.
Okay, I will get back to the party. Let them know what I found. And the fact that the fire could very well be melting through to water below.
Oh, that is bad. How are you with water? And I look at both.
It will be very hard to swim in this cold weather.
Not so great. I'm wearing some... Wait, what kind of armor am I wearing? Yeah, my armor's a little heavy for swimming.
I'm pretty much useless underwater, but I wouldn't really care. I don't need to breathe.
Okay. I need a DC 17 Constitution saving throw from Never.
But we are still with the fire, right?
Mm-hmm. Hey, my boy. This is not looking good for you. Even though you're sitting at the fire, it's not like it's in... You know, you've taken a few branches from an avalanche. You have not created a bonfire. This place is not going to heat up all your metal the way that it needs to. And you yet again gain another point of exhaustion.
Okay.
As Never tries to move the next time, you guys see that his arms and legs go stiff, and you see the icing over the joints and inside of the joints as well. The avalanche has put ice into every crevice of his body, and the only thing that seems to be halfway left alone and where water is dripping from is the torso near the chest.
Why is he not warming up through the fire?
Like I said, this is you gathered some branches from an avalanche crash and put it together with a magical flame on an ice float. This can't be a bonfire. This is not something that warms up an igloo. That is that's a desperate measure, guys. To be honest. So you guys see Never freeze up.
Okay, so... Has the blizzard ended?
As you look up, you hear that the wind has quieted down and you hear more of a breeze. Some seagulls in the distance that have started to come and fly up, and some seals.
Guys, I don't feel
You don't look well.
Okay, can... If I look around, can I see land or whatever?
You see that you guys are standing on a giant crash site of ice floats. You can see in the back, you can see a whole like a very large decline that's going up some mountain ranges where you can't see the top of it. So you guess that maybe you have come down that way, but that is very far away. That's around, not like very far away, but you have traveled at least over 1,000 feet down, following that avalanche. And there is a... I can now reveal more of the map. The sun is shining. And just like this crevice of water in front of you, there is a larger one to the back where you have come from. The whole section that has come down with the avalanche has broken off this whole ice section of the Shattered Sea, which is now this mass of loose floats that you are standing on. Your snowshoes and the what are they called again?
Crampons.
Crampons are providing you with no disadvantage on the ice, but it's a floaty ground, and there sometimes are shadows beneath that ice of fish. Some larger, some smaller.
How about I go underwater? I can't freeze underwater.
You want to make a bet?
Well, I am almost broken. I feel my core is cooling.
But can you even float?
No.
Well, submerging yourself in the water is just going to make you colder.
Well, water can't get colder than 0 degrees if it's not frozen.
You want to make a bet?
The screen on Never's face goes off.
Stand by.
Comes back on.
I don't know what to do for you, Never.
I don't know what to do for us. If we really are on the ocean, how are we gonna get back?
I don't know, but we can't see the shore in any direction.
Yeah, you can. There's even the possibility of going west and east to traverse this floating ice to go back to the shore. But just if you would go straight north, you would hit a larger gap in the ice than this one in front of you. And if you would go south, you would be closer to the shore on the other side. So the fastest way to get to shore would be to cross the path here.
It'd be good south. Okay. How heavy is Never?
Oh, how heavy are you, Nevi?
150 kilo. So to like 300 pound.
Yeah, that's heavy.
Yeah,
That is.
straight metal. Yes, it is very heavy.
Okay,
I know.
the ice that we're on is like a single floating piece. So that, if we had some sort of momentum, I'd be able to pull it. Or
The
is it?
float you are standing on,
Yes.
it's slowly breaking apart into smaller ones that fit the whole scenery here that you are standing on the map.
Okay, but if I were to say find some way to pull it, would I be able to pull the one that we're on?
No, because there's so many. It's like do you see the many floats around you? The
Yes.
way it's. Yeah,
Yes,
you would
I see
need to
them
push past all of them, which is something an icebreaker ship usually does with a lot of power. So you can't move an individual float unless the tide wills it to. You can traverse the floats. and you look south, you could jump floats. Here in the crevice where there is space, you could claim a float for yourself and then row it to the other side, you think.
Okay, well, Neri, will you help me try to carry Never?
Sure.
And we'll try to carry him to the edge here.
Okay.
Holy shit.
As you come closer, you see that there is a seal on an ice float. And as you are pulling Never, it's a fun sight. You look up to him and he jumps onto the ice float with a fish in his mouth and throws it up and catches it again, eats it, swallows it whole, jumps off into the water again, jumps onto the ice float. It's a fun sight to behold. He switches the little ice floats, no problem for him. And then after some time, you see that he jumps out of the water quite hastily before there are waves forming in front of him that come rolling onto this specific ice float before enveloping him. And he disappears and is dragged beneath the ocean water by the waves. It was just a single group of waves.
Okay.
Move further
That
to the
didn't look good. We shall be hold of the killer whales.
As you finished your sentence, the seemingly same seal is shot upwards into the air, but as he's shot upwards into the air, you notice that it's only half of him before it splatters onto an ice float and then slowly glides back into the ocean.
This is really bad. Chance of surviving decreases.
Should be very careful.
Okay,
Whoa,
so
whoa, whoa.
I guess let's try to get one of those ice flows over there. Because yeah.
Have to
I
get back.
can help the deal. I will cast Mage Hand to take one end of the rope.
Right, you watch as in front of you the back of a big black and white whale with a large fin standing upright just rolls around, making eye contact with you guys before diving back into the sea. But actually, he's not just diving. Because he rolled that bad of a stealth, he's sticking close to the surface underneath the ice and he's circling you guys. Swimming here, swimming there, making his rounds.
Is this a killer whale?
Yeah.
Shall we kill it before it attacks us?
I think we should just try to not mess with it.
Well, I think it's a little late for that. We're probably gonna have to deal with it eventually. But can you reach those ice flows with your
Mage Hand?
yeah ability?
I hope so.
You can, but you can. The hand can't attack, activate items, carry more than 10 pounds. It's unable to pull the float. It gives it a little nudge, and the float is very slowly making its way towards your position, to the point where the tide is enough force to change directions and push it back again. The mage hand itself is not strong enough to pull the...
I'll be right back.
I tried. It doesn't work. I'm too weak at this point.
Okay. You said I could jump across the flows, right?
You are very the ice that you can stand on and the floats is roughly this distance here, 15 feet to this float. Like the closest one is probably this one. Some floats are further away, some floats are closer.
Okay.
I could try to just jump, although it will get hard.
No, I don't think that's a good idea. I will take the rope,
Mm-hmm.
tie it to my javelin, my spear,
Mm-hmm.
and throw it, trying to
This one?
yeah, trying to stab it into the ice to pull it back to me.
Right. You're still exhausted, so you attack with disadvantage if that's correct.
Nope.
No, it's just ability checks. Okay. So make your attack. It's what does it? Armor class 5 to hit the ice float. So don't roll a 1. Nice. Yeah, you hit it and have tied the horn to the ice float.
Okay, I pull the ice float to us.
Okay. All right. The whale crushes the ice float you've put the javelin on that you are pulling, but not to the point that it's destroyed, but it breaks off. There's now half the size.
The thing is smart. How about you go and I will try to kill it? I can't jump right now.
Okay, I'm going to lean into my character flaws here. And next time I see that thing um, surface, I'm going to do something. I will hold an
Mm-hmm.
action until the next time I see him surface.
Okay, Neri, anything from you in that time?
I think I will just try to chart basically the best way to get back on land.
Okay. The ice float that you have pulled has now reached the shore. You could board it if you'd like. And at that point, right about here, the killer whale comes, or the blackfish comes up to breathe air. Does that trigger you? Fury Bolt. 24 to hit.
I will kind of reach back, um, and this ball of fire starts to burn in my hand. And with a scream of a roar of anger, I just throw it forward, launching it from my hand as it arcs through the air.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That hits. You can roll damage. 19, nice. Okay.
Nice
All right.
play.
As it dives underneath the water again after being attacked.
I see. We are attacking now. I prepare to kill. My eyes turn red.
What's its movement? Wait. Okay. You lose sight of him after that attack. And I think we need to roll initiative here.
Okay.
But let's say because Jeff was holding his action, anyone want to do something before he has shot that ball?
No, I would. No.
Okay. Then, Neri, do you want to do anything?
I guess I give myself guidance again
Mm-hmm.
before we do anything. Yeah. Be right back.
Guys, I could use a smoky break as well. Should we, before we start the combat and Neri's thing, take a small break?
Sure.
Okay.
Is that okay for you guys?
Yeah.
Smoky break is about 10-15 minutes. So in 10-15 minutes, let's meet back here. But I'll take my phone with me and I'll still be in Discord. That way you can maybe even ask. We can do those go back in time moments, ask questions. Do you like those? Do you know those?
No.
Like, how do you mean it?
All right, I'll change devices and then I'll tell you just a bit.
All right.
So, that's me. So those moments. Do you know Ocean's 11?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long time
So
ago, but
it's a rule of when players reach a dead end somewhere, you let them go back to the plotting room where they're like, and in case we run into a killer whale, we have brought our little boat, you know? And then they plan it out in this little past time story sequence, and then you jump back into the present where they then pull out their boat like planned.
I see.
It's a little fun thing for groups. But it doesn't pay off in every scenario. In D&D, it's a bit of, but so now we need to go back to the vendor and you've paid that much gold, so detract it and blah, blah, blah. But in other game modes, it's just a fun way to get players to where they want to go.
What's up?
Little smoky break.
Yeah.
Little smoky break. 10 to 15 minutes, I said, but I have everyone on Discord with me outside.
Yeah, I'm making myself a burger right now, so it's okay then, I guess.
I am actually going to take the headset off, so you guys are welcome to chat all you want.
Yeah.
Oh, cheers. in German. Maybe pause the recording as well.
Unfortunately, I can't pause it. It's either stop it or let it go.
I see.
All right, then keep it going. This is not a smoky break.
Why not?
Yeah, it's fine. Guys, you've gone through all the survival shit in one session.
Just speedrun the survival.
I'm a pretty bad survivalist, as it seems.
Did you forget about the avalanche risk?
Totally.
Mm.
I thought avalanche is only with mountains and stuff. I didn't thought we were like in mountains.
Yeah, but you've gone up to Shard Lake Manor, then you've gone down a bit to this village, and then you've stayed on course somewhere on that level, and you never procured a map to see what your surroundings actually are. So you have no clue what you've been walking on the whole time. And the caravan's path might have been the path you have been traveling on to a certain degree. Mm-hmm. You can make a nature check or survival check to find out more of the nature of the avalanche after experiencing it.
Oh, break time. Did you do it? Did you make this token break time?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
That's probably a placeholder for Jeff as well.
Mm.
I forgot the whole description of what happened to you as you grew colder. You've become larger.
Well,
Your metal has expanded.
yeah, but it's not like I'm getting like 50 meters more or so.
Yeah, it's just a few inches or a few centimeters, but noticeably. It looks like, do you know, wenn Menschen so Schwammgesichter haben, wenn die so aufgebläht aussehen?
Mhm.
So siehst du ein bisschen aus. Dein Metall hat Beulen halt an den langen Stellen von deinen Gelenken, also an deinem Bein. In der Mitte ist eine Beule, die hat sich ausgedehnt und sorgt dafür, dass deine Beine länger werden, an deinen Armen das gleiche und in deinem Gesicht auch. Gewisse Stellen sehen größer aus und andere noch nicht. Es sieht ein bisschen aus, als wärst du so ein Schwammgesicht.
Yay. Yeah, I'm almost dead.
Ja. It's only one more point of exhaustion, dann bist du dead, Alter.
2, aber ja. Mit 5 ist man practically dead. Speed reduced to 0. That would be crucial. Oh, spicy hatred.
Was für ein Spicy Ding?
Alright.
It's a YouTuber Niklas is currently watching, obviously.
Sein Burgerrezept auf YouTube geguckt.
Mein
no,
Burgerrezept?
Spicy Ace Rag is a magic YouTuber.
Hm.
He makes very long videos, like 2.5 hours about one subject. Also, very comedic. He's really funny. He made one video where he gone through all the cards and rated them in friendshipability.
Yeah, you know, he
As friend.
posted it. I know. He's fun.
Yeah. Okay.
What was the ultimate best friend? I can't remember. Was it Elspeth?
No, wait. Shit, who was it? It was not a commander, it was just a normal card. So fast.
Boothie was a
Boothie?
good friend. Mm-hmm. It's your imaginary friend who's kind of real. It's kind of fun. No, I'm going through my personal list of best friends from my head, trying
Okay.
to think of good magic cards that could be friends. Like Elspeth, because she would do a lot for you. She has proven to really, like Gideon as well.
Yeah, I see that.
Are we back?
Like The Weatherlight crew? Yeah, we're close to being back. I was saying that everyone could, in hindsight, make a check to see what the nature of the avalanche was. Because Never pointed out that he was not aware that you were traversing alongside a mountain ridge or something.
Okay, so what can I check?
Nature or survival, DC 15. But you're all exhausted, so it's a disadvantage. What did you roll, Jeff?
10.
Alright, you are not sure what the nature was. Pretty sure that the beeping and the high-pitched beeping caused it, but don't know the nature.
Oh, and the best friend for Spice Adrek is Ruffalo. It's an elf who has some cards which mention him as a good friend.
Nice. The one with credits for being a good friend.
Yeah.
Okay, I change devices and then I'll be back again.
Ruffalo's Llanowar Emissary.
Okay. Ruffalo is the best friend. Break time is over. Niklas, are you here?
Yes.
Okay. So anyone else wanting to check the nature of the... Oh, you rolled a 13, so you're also not able to tell. That only Never left.
So yeah, I can do it, but I don't feel very proficient in this. See.
No.
So,
Okay. Alright, then we're going to order the initiative. Neri, you're up first. The whale has submerged itself after being shot, and you can't see it right now.
I'm gonna bonus action wild shape. I'm gonna go. I know this is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do the Steriform though.
you mean action? Bonus action.
Yeah, but bonus action.
Starry form is bonus action. Any other wild
Mm-hmm.
shape is an action.
Yeah. I kind of throw them together. I will go for the Archer constellation.
Mm-hmm.
And like, are we standing on the edge to the water already?
Mm-hmm. You're close to the edge. It's about 20 feet more, but you have seen the whale going under you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna go a little bit away from the edge, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just hold my action for a guiding bolt until I can see him.
Okay. That brings us to Sable. It's your turn.
I will hold my action for another Fury Bolt.
Mm-hmm. Never, that's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
make a Constitution check, DC 10, at the start of your turn, before you do anything.
12.
7. Okay.
Oh, yeah, 7. So, I would say, let's not be near us unless you want to sing. If we get hit together, that would be bad.
You can't move.
Because
Never.
of the Constitution or what?
Because of the exhaustion table.
Oh no, I'm not at 5.
Yes,
at 4.
you are at 5 after the last fail.
Oh, this fail. Oh, never told me.
That's why they carried you to the ice.
But on the record, I'm at level 4. Unless this Constitution save or Constitution check I just made gave me the 5th one.
Oh no, then sorry, then I was wrong. Then you're at 4 and only your hit point maximum is halved.
Yeah. So I move and also prepare an action to hit the good old killer whale.
Okay. What is everyone's passive perceptions?
I have big passive perception.
I can't.
17.
Okay. Everyone else?
11.
13.
Okay. Sable and Neri, you can see the whale coming up at an angle underneath you guys. And it seems like it's going to ram the ice underneath you guys. Anything you want to do with your held actions? Or do you want to wait until it maybe crushes through the ice? Or comes through in between?
I mean, I try to dodge it if it's like attacking
At
us.
the speed it's going, no. It's either you do your held actions already now as you see it coming 30 feet away from you, or you do it as what consequences might suffer as it comes crashing the ice.
I will do it when it comes crashing through.
Sable?
I'll also do mine as it comes crashing through the ice.
Alright. All of you guys need to make a strength saving throw beating an 18 to succeed. Right, never you go prone as he crashes against the ice below. He doesn't make it through yet, but he crashes against it and causing it to move and float about. Alright, you also go prone, everyone.
Oh no, but I did the guidance. I have a 20.
Can you do guidance on saving throws? I don't think so.
No, saving throw guidance is for ability checks.
Oh,
Yes.
Less than
okay.
saving throws.
So all of you go prone. And the ice starts to break into smaller pieces. So all of you need to shamble and get to another float where you stand, and they get smaller. But he hasn't breached. He just goes 10 feet deeper, so you can still see him where he is, looking at all of you.
But I can see him for where he is right now.
Yes, you can still see him. You could try to do your actions and cast through the now broken ice. It's the least bit of cover he can get.
Sure, why not?
Give me the cover rulings. So, he has half cover.
We should give him 2 armor.
Yes, so you need to beat a 14 to hit him. You have advantage because of your last Fury Bolt, and a 19 hits. It's another 19 points of fire damage. Oof. This very much bugs him.
You gonna fire 2, Neri? You have advantage.
Niklas, do you want to use your held action now or let it fizzle?
No, I will use it. Sorry.
Alright, you have advantage on your attack. You need to beat a 14.
Nice.
The 23, that hits. You also hold a guiding bolt. You two can do guiding bolts. Fucking hell. Advantage all day. Right, you can roll damage.
And it says here when you activate this form and as a bonus action on your subsequent turns, you can make a ranged spell attack.
Yes.
Yeah, but das war that was your held action, which is
Yeah.
just a standalone action.
Okay.
So on your turn, those rules apply again.
But when you activated it, you should have made an attack at that point too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But you couldn't see him, so
Yeah.
that was alright. There's actually no spell save DC with Guiding Bolt, you just need to press the damage.
That's 7 radiant.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then it's wait, does he do things twice? No. Right. That brings us to Neri. It's your turn.
Is he out now?
You're still prone. And no, he's underneath the ice. He's still in cover.
At full cover?
Half cover.
Okay, I will get up.
Mm-hmm.
Takes my movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
All of it?
Half.
Oh. Okay, I will move a little bit away and I will shoot at him again with the guiding bolt.
Mm-hmm.
24.
Yes, hits.
And now I can also make the arrow attack. But that's a 12.
Yeah. Because you hit with the Guiding Bolt, it's with advantage again. So it's a 15 and then that hits. So you can roll damage for both. But then the advantage is gone on the killer whale. Right, that's 29.
That's some big damages.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's it.
All right. As you shoot your spells and hit the killer whale beneath the ice, you can see a deep crimson red forming underneath the ice. Stable, it's your turn.
He hurt.
I guess I'll just do the same thing.
All right.
Is there a hole now
It's-
where he broke through the ice?
He didn't really break through, but he broke off the ice more. So it's become more unstable to be on and easier to cast through and attack through. He will probably break through on the next attempt. You can roll damage on your Fury Bolt.
Fury Bolt.
Mm-hmm. Yes, your fire also burns away at the killer whale, causing more and more blood to cover him or spread around him in a fog-like way. Anything else for your turn?
Not for me, no.
All right, never.
I will stand up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will shoot if I can see him.
3, yeah.
I will use my quickened spell to cast Burning Hands at 2nd level
Mm-hmm.
as a bonus action. Beep. Can move 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
This cone upwards. And then afterwards, so my hands open, I put them together and my hands fuse to a big satellite thing. Not of it. Comes a big burst of a giant flame that bursting over the ice and water.
Mm-hmm.
And when the satellite thing closes up again with my right hand, I shoot another firebolt as an action.
All right, hits.
Oh. I mean, this. Damage.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 3 points of fire damage. How do you want to kill it?
Oh. So the cone is burning the flesh away a little bit. Where I think it's his head a little bit. I think he looks down, looks up or so. And with the last explosion of this firebolt, it's landing in his mouth, and just a big of spitting flame comes out of his mouth, and he's wailing, woo! And flaps down in the water and turns around. As I just stand there and in half frozen stand, flickering and happy to shoot some fire. It warms a little bit my hands. We did it.
Yes. When you would have cast the 5th fire spell, you would have all needed to make saving throws to see if you're falling through the ice. But as you look around yourself, Sable and Never, the where you are standing on is about to fill up with water because you have melted away that much ice with all the spells.
Okay. I slowly move.
Another thing you notice is that from beneath, in the blood, there you can see fast movements of smaller fish-like creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Very fast, they approach the body, and you can see the body of the blackfish that is now floating belly upwards on the against the ice and making its way through the cracks slowly in a more gentle way, reaching the top next to the floats, is being tackled and tugged in some way that it flinches and squirms.
Perhaps we can we can use this body to swim over.
We leave
It is.
turn order.
Hmm? It is
How
filled with cat. It swims pretty well.
is there another way to get back to land, basically?
The ways for you guys to get back to land is to either swim, which is now a large distance of about 120 feet to swim back to this direction, or you just traverse these 80 feet and then go a bit by to reach more snowy, icy land as well, or to go east or west and traverse the floating isles that you see for a few hours, half a day-ish, you think, until you reach more ground there.
Okay, so going south is still the fastest route.
Going south is still the fastest route.
Okay. Um.
Standing on the whale doesn't seem very safe to me.
Sable, where you are standing, is getting less and less safe by seconds.
Well, I will move to the others.
You can see now that the tugging and tackling of the whale is done by sharks that are eating away at the corpse of the whale.
Quite a blood frenzy.
Okay. I will try to get a hold of one of those ice floes again. And pull it over to us.
Alright, just to get a hold of it is not that difficult for you. You just need to make an attack and hit a DC 5.
I think I hit it.
Okay, you hit the ice float with your horn, attached with a yeah, easily, and you drag it towards you. You can choose which ice float you want. The largest, a middle one, very sturdy looking one.
Okay. I'll pull over a sturdy looking one.
Alright, the furthest one here.
Okay. Once I
So
do
you would
that, get everyone on it. And how many ropes do you have?
need to get a bit closer to it. The rope that you had on before you went into the avalanche, Neri and Neva, is ripped apart. So whoever's rope it was, you now have two 25 feet ropes. And the mesh of it, die Masche, the way it's tied has totally gone loose. So you're not sure how sturdy it still is. And I don't know whose rope it was.
The first one was mine.
Yes, so I imagine everyone had an adventurers or explorers. No, Neri didn't even have one. I think Neri chose gold, right?
No, I bought an explorer's pack.
Ah,
though.
okay. So all of you should have a rope then. You have 100 feet of working rope and two 25 feet ropes that are maybe working.
Okay. I will ask to borrow Neri's rope, tie hers to mine. Make sure my spear is embedded deeply into the ice as we all board it. And kick off. And as soon as I see a decent place on the other side. I'll kind of put both my hands up, stretch my back, and just kind of grunt loudly. And these two large black feather wings burst from my back,
Whoa.
and I will fly across the water
Mm-hmm.
as far as I can, pulling the ice floe with me to the other side. When I get to the other side, I will pull the ice floe to the shore.
As you fly up, make a straight perception check.
I knew it. There was something with him.
DC 18.
Can I make a check to maybe know what he is, Sebastian? History?
Yeah, make a history check.
Shouldn't that be marked? Did I actually unmark that?
Mark what?
I think I may have accidentally unmarked that as proficient.
Oh, then mark it again. And make your roll again. 21. How would you describe Sable's class?
Is he trying to
Like, I
find
know
out
there's
my class or my?
no. How would you describe the way he fights and uses magic? If like he has been trained, but he has also gained it himself. But he must call it something, right? He must know what it is. How would you describe it?
Um, I'm definitely more of a brawler than I am trainer.
So, but it's like magical wings. It's not off your body, basically.
Correct. It is definitely magical.
Okay. Yeah, so that's basically what I wanted to know.
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted to know about the nature of why he does it or stuff. Okay, don't worry. It's magical. Good. All right. You fly up, and with a 14, you're not able to notice anything other than that the waves inside of this little water trench are picking up. It's become wild water. Something or the tide, or you're not sure. You don't see any cause for it.
Okay, but I'm able to pull the ice floe over.
You would be able to pull an ice floe easily over. It was definitely too hard for a magic hand, but it's easy for you to do when flying and having your horn emptied into it, or even Neri holding onto the float. But it's a service. You need to get the float close. Everyone needs to board it, and then you need to pull it.
Okay. Then
All right.
let's do it.
All right, everyone on the ice float, it's a sturdy one, so it's not affected by the waves. There's no part breaking off. You guys still need to make dexterity saving throws, DC 10, to see if you're not falling off or are washed away by waves. And I'd like everyone to enter initiative again.
Do I need to make saving throw too?
No, but give me an athletics check to see how fast you can pull it. Right. It's a very atrocious task, and even though, like, you could choose to go the shortest way here, like to have everyone board and then bring the ice flow in a line here. But even that is going to take you double the amount. So every 10 feet, you will need to make this dexterity saving throws as waves are crushing onto the ice float and against it, and try to push you over. So the first 10 feet, the first saving throw, Neri is safe. Never. I need a dexterity saving throw, DC 10.
I think I would go like in a squat position so that I'm more stable as well. If it's like
It's an ice float, so you can ram your crampons into the ground and hope for the best, or claw yourself onto the ice, but still the force of the waves and the cold feature of the waves together with the, what do you call it when it's very smooth?
Slipperiness.
slippery.
Slippery, yeah. So it's very
Yeah.
slippery.
I will
Hello?
put the spikes in and then also grab on with my hands or my arms, like just leaning in a squatted position. Which should be easier to hold the balance, you know, David?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my dexterity save is 4, so I guess I would fall.
Where was your dexterity saving throw? Oh,
Was-
up there, 4. Yes, Neri, you see that Neva is about to be swept away. You can choose to hold on to him and have the next check for both of you at disadvantage.
Isn't he like really heavy? Didn't you say that?
Yes, but he's about to just fall off. You could extend a hand and hold on to him until the next wave hits. And you guys, you can also use whatever D&D abilities, features, and stuff you have to help yourselves doing all that.
Hmm.
So, Neri, do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Using your reaction, you hold on to Never. All right. It's not like you don't notice that. Sable, do you want to do anything?
Just pull on the flow, trying to get it across the water.
Okay. I'm going to group you guys up. So you are 10 feet across now. Also make another perception check at disadvantage. Sable. Yes, it's 15. You don't see anything. Alright, Neri. Do you want to do anything before making your saving throw?
I will cast guidance on Never.
Okay.
I'm already holding on to him anyways.
You still in your starry form as well. Does that grant you any benefits?
No. Not really. It's also just 10 minutes, so...
We're still in this 10 minutes time frame. You didn't really
Yeah,
waste
I
time
know.
after the killer whale was killed. Alright. So, Neri, I need a saving throw at disadvantage from you. DC 10.
Okay.
As the next wave comes crashing in and the ice float begins to tilt.
Will dexterity save?
You can make dexterity or strength. I don't know if you want to cling on using your strength or if you want to use your dexterous abilities. Alright, 16. You manage to stay on. Never.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to do to keep yourself onto the ice before you make your saving throw?
I don't really. Yeah, I have my crampets. I'm pushing them in, but I don't really have anything for this. I guess.
I mean, you can look at the distance. I don't know if you could attempt to even jump if you don't want to meet your fate with the next wave.
Mm.
Jump to shore? How
D&D,
far away
yeah, look at your
are
options.
we?
I have.
I thought it was 120 feet.
No, it was 80 from the start, 70, 80 on the furthest. Yeah.
Is this here land? This
Yeah, this is where it starts. This is the... Should I freehand it here? That is the coastline. I was thinking about whether I should mark it.
we can't see anything.
Oh, did I draw on the GM layer? God damn it. Freehand, objects and tokens. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, so this
Yeah.
this would be...
Well, I can certainly try. I will. Are we still tied up together?
No.
I think I would have made that loose if we go over the ocean. It seems dangerous.
Sable has also freed himself, so I'd say you're all free.
Okay, good. Then I will jump. I will try my best.
Okay.
Acrobatics.
Wait, jumping, if you just have that distance, you just make it because you don't have any particular reasons not to be able to do your jump. So, when you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score.
0.
When you make standing, you can leap only half that distance. Yeah, it costs a foot of movement. So you can jump half your movement speed, and if you want to jump farther than that, you will need to consult your strength score.
Okay, so I can jump 7 feet or 8 feet, depends on rounded up or half or down. And my strength is 11. Or can't I do an acrobatics check?
You can also make an acrobatics or athletics check. DC, what the distance is, 15.
And every 1 point in strength give me 1 feet or what?
Was it 1? Let me have a look again. Cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet. I guess you can leap only. Either way, each foot you clear on the jump costs a foot of movement. So
how far away is it?
15 foot. And I have
15,
15 right now.
15 feet.
And I will just jump. Not
Well,
really
you already did your save.
Okay, but I can take an action as well, right?
That is your action, holding on.
Okay. My action is a save, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
To stay on the float, you needed to spend your action to hold onto the float. As a bonus action, you can teleport to an unoccupied space.
It's
You
a
can see.
bonus action.
Yes.
I didn't even know it was a bonus action. And then
Yes, you can do that.
I would jump the rest with the Starlight Step.
But let's wait for Never, because you could have done that in your turn, but you didn't. So let's finish Never first.
Yeah, so if I understand right, I have 18 foot then. I could jump, but would take all my strength points or whatever. I don't really get this.
Jumping in D&D 5e. We make a high jump, 3 equals blah 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 blah. So if your strength score is 11, you can jump 11 feet
Mm-hmm.
on top of spending half your movement to make a long jump, which is 15 feet. So you could jump nearly 20 feet if I get it right.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, then I jump to 15.
Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. So I guess you can only jump 11 feet, but if you want to cover something greater, you will need to succeed on the check, which is assigned on the difficulty by me.
Then I do acrobatics.
Okay.
Phew! 13. So
13. Yeah. You land on the edge of it and hold yourself with your arms like as you start to sink down. Whoop. That's Sable's turn. You see that all of them abandoned the float. You look behind you and you see Neri is about to vanish, and you see Never holding and scraping onto the side and slowly sinking into the ocean. Also, make another perception check. You see in the distance something that you have seen before. A black bag with a large black fin coming up for air.
Great.
And you might realize something, that those whales usually never come in once.
Okay. Well, did I hear that Neri is about to fall into the water?
You see Never is about to fall into the water. Neri is about to disappear using some kind of skill or magic, or
Oh, gotcha.
you can see that she's phasing, becoming more
Okay,
ethereal, and a light shines from her.
I will attempt to pull Never up onto the shore.
Alright. You can do that with your movement. Make a strength check with disadvantage. You weigh 150 kilos, so DC 15.
Strength or athletics?
You choose.
oh, nice. Oh,
Oh, wait, that's acrobatics.
Yeah, please do athletics again. Yes.
yes.
Right, you succeed. You can place both yourselves here. And Neri, you can choose a place within 30 feet. You could even, I'd say you could even walk a bit on the float. Bring you to where Never was, and then could even teleport behind them.
Thank you, Sebastian.
So, Sable, you see another 2 bags in the distance coming up for air, shooting up water, and then submerging themselves again.
We should probably go. And
Affirmative.
I'll kind of shrug as my wings.
You're still in turn order, Never, please.
Oh, sorry.
Neri, it's your turn.
Yeah, we should go, I think. So we just go. I guess I would hold my action to go with them together.
So you can move your movement and do the 30 feet and then hold your action to dash the last 30 feet.
Okay.
Alright?
Yes.
Okay. That brings us to Never.
Yeah, we'll do the same. Move by 15 feet. And then 1, 2, 3. I would use my action to dash immediately, actually.
Mhm.
Oops.
And Sable? You still have your wings out, right? For 8 more turns, I think.
Something like that. I will come up behind them.
Okay.
And I'll just land on the ice behind them and just travel with them for the moment.
Okay. You look behind you as you move and you see that those whales do the same thing they have done with the seal. They are trying to form a wave going in all 3 of your direction. Oop. That work? No. Or submerging themselves underneath the ice here. The wave moves toward you guys. Oh, but it doesn't hit you. Before it can, like the highest point is built and then it crashes before it can reach you. You all get wobbled on the ice floats you're standing on, but no harm is done to you. That's the end of their turn. Neri.
I guess we're just running more towards stable ground. I don't know which direction that is. On
South.
the map.
Just down.
Alright, because this looks like water again.
Hey, come on. Snow.
Okay, then I walk down here out of the map.
The transition on Incarnate from wood or ground earth to snow is terrible. So I played with all of those little ice thingies. Okay. That brings us to Never.
I will run by 50 feet. 1, 2, 3, and dash. 1, 2, 3.
Brings us to Sable. Alright. As you reach the shore as well, you hear another cracking and a kind of explosion noise as 3 killer whales shoot upwards onto the ice floats where you have just been standing and totally crash them from underneath, taking with them everything that was on top.
Looks like we got off the ice just in time.
Hmm. Affirmative. That was close. Thanks a lot.
Could have gone worse, yes.
Right. You find yourselves at a kind of hill that you need to kind of scramble up It's still icy, it's still covered in snow, but you escape the ice floats. You're at least sure that there's ground underneath somewhere.
My power is low. I need rest. I need warm.
Are we still in initiative?
Nope.
Okay, can I take the last couple minutes of my, or last couple seconds, I guess, of my wings, fly up and see if there's, if I can see any cave or anything nearby?
You're looking for a cave specifically?
Well, somewhere where we can huddle in and build a fire to warm Never.
Alright, fly up and make a perception check. You're still exhausted, right? So with disadvantage. Oh, and make a check, intelligence check for me. 18.
Can I also make another weather check?
Okay, no. Yes, you can of course cast your cantrip and know about the weather. It will be clear skies, probably until sometime in the night when the wind will pick up again. And this is how far you can see in the future, right? Weather like
24 hours. It
24
says.
hours. Yeah. So there will be no blizzard in the next 24 hours, but it will be heavy snowfall expected and the wind picking up in the night until midday the next day. And
The druid weather forecast.
fucking hell, yeah. Let's write it down before I humble myself later. Clear skies until nightfall. Wind will pick up and heavy snowstorm in the morning until
Heavy snowstorm, really?
midday. Yeah, not a blizzard, but heavy
snow.
snowfall. Sorry, snowstorm is heavy snowfall in the morning until midday when skies will clear up again until nightfall. Alright, and with an 4 intelligence check, yeah, you need to find a fire or something to warm up that metal or that that robot.
But I don't understand. You say magic fire doesn't warm.
See, for you could what spell do you mean?
Use flame.
So the blizzard says you can't really hold concentration. Self or creature.
Not a concentration
It sheds
spell.
and it says it sheds bright light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can also attack with the flame.
You can also attack with the flame.
You can hurl the flame at a creature. When hit, the target takes fire damage.
Yes. So you could have cast it on Never to then see the results of that spell. But it's not a spell to keep you warm all the time. The produce flame is a spell that does what it says in the spell description box.
But
it goes
you
to
did
argue
make a
that
normal fire with it, right?
when you did, in the end, I thought you made a normal fire when you collected all those branches. You used magic to ignite it and then kept it going with magic. But see, even I don't know, it goes to argue. I found it weird for you to be able to use produce flame or firebolt as a means of survival, as those spells are a means to attack, and produce flame, for example, to manipulate fire also.
But I mean, how does it work in the world? You know,
They would
it's
Oh,
produce warmth.
there's difference of magic fire, as you've already noticed in this world. And it
so
would keep
this
you warm,
fire
but it's not enough
produces. Okay, it's not enough.
against the blizzard and the extreme cold that you are facing. It is not enough. You would need the spell bonfire or encampment or whatever that is actually written for survival scenarios. So, with an 18, you were looking for a cave specifically, but for the moment, you see that from the original way, how far up are you flying? Are you flying up to where to the height of where you've probably fallen down from the avalanche, or just over the trees and the hill that you are currently standing at?
Probably that far, because
Yeah, I was about to say, otherwise the spell runs out mid-air and then you fall. Okay, so from where you are with an 18, you don't see an immediate cave, but you can see that there is a so all around you, you're still in the middle of the Shattered Sea. It just seems that you've hit a land patch. You've hit a patch of land where you are. And from that patch, you can see that there is a kind of alley, with trees, which seems to have been made traversable, like someone cut a path through a piece of forest on this little land patch in the Shattered Sea. And at least it has a rock formation that is partially covering directions, so you would be protected from the wind from multiple directions and could probably enforce something there. And you can't see behind the trees from where you are. So it might be that there's even more useful stuff further along or not.
okay, well, let's go to that rock face.
Yes.
Where at least the heat from the fire will be reflected back at us. And then I will go look for firewood to
Hey,
get a good fire going.
so wait a second. As you come there, your flying ends and you need to walk the rest there. You can place your tokens on the map, guys. From where you are, you can see. Oh, supposed to reveal, then reveal, fucker. Fuck. You can see that this little crevice that you saw, which was this little rock formation that you are standing on, behind you is the downside activity camp, because I think you want to make camp, so we're going to put that on again. But going around the corner, you see an old frigate ship that has been stranded along those ice floats with their sails completely ripped. And on top of it stand two seemingly statues of a robot-like structure like you, Never.
Curious.
Unless they don't really have an interface. They have those little ice spike smiles.
Scanning threat level. What is it? A nature check or so? Or what? What?
Mm-hmm.
Or Arcana? I don't know.
Well, depends on your scanning, you tell me. I will give you information accordingly to your check.
Then I will search my database for informations about this and I make the history check. Doesn't matter for my bone. Oh, yeah, alright. I never
You
saw.
experience something like brain freeze as you try to access information in your core that is sadly frozen still. You spark something that gets empowered by the running or water that is melting inside of you now that the sun is out again, and you get a little shock. No information.
Error.
Yeah, as humans try to run their own mind around it, what you see is that they're much larger than you. They're probably even 2 heads bigger than Sable is. They have long extremities, long legs, long arms, and they are made of ice that reflects a bit in the sun.
Hmm.
All right. Are you guys going back to tell Neri?
Where?
If you go back around the corner, I'll put you guys on the downtime map. This is where the little crevice was that you saw, the rock formation. And this is where you can set up camp. Not as luxurious as it looks now. Boop. But same amount.
Okay. I guess we should set up camp.
Yeah. I think it's also a good time to make a break.
And of course, we'll tell Neri about what we saw so that
Yes.
she will know.
Okay, Neri. So you also know around the corner, old
Yeah.
ship, frigate.
Yes.
And this is where we call it quits for today.
Alrighty.
I'd like to end actually on the note that you notice, Sable and Neri, as you sit down, that if you don't help to keep this robot warm, the times that the interface switches off, and the times he doesn't talk back to anything, he starts to get more and more stiff. They increase. You get the feeling if you don't help this robot to heat up this body of his, then you'll soon carry a statue. Right. And with this, we end the session. As you all sit across and next to each other to the fire. Damn, guys. Killer whales nearly got you. He's like, meh. If they had rolled a better intelligence check, they wouldn't have tried the wave.
We were lucky, I guess.
Yeah, and the sharks didn't notice you in the frenzy.
Which makes sense, I guess, because if they already have like a dead animal there that they can eat, why would they go for?
Yeah. Oh, because of the frenzy, and you were still close. Like, one of them was close to biting into Sable. And when the avalanche hit you guys, I took away one initial killer whale. Like, let's have them meet one first. And I guess it was a good idea.
Yeah.
La 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 la. We'll play again next Monday.
Yeah.
Right?
All right.
The
Next Monday.
13th.
Oh no, I can't. I'm gone then.
Aha.
I'm gone for 10 whole days, so.
You're gone for 2 Mondays?
Wait, let me look at the calendar.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I'm gone from the 10th to the 20th.
Oh, so you're back on the second Monday. But are you really going to, like, what travel is it?
Yeah, I mean, I think I will be home pretty soon, but maybe will be very jet-lagged. I don't know.
Yeah. Let us know, like, before you come back, I guess. Maybe write
Yeah,
us on the 18th or 19th if you manage. Otherwise, I will ask.
yeah,
And I mean, we guys can always meet up and just see on the Monday.
yeah.
But
I unfortunately also have some time that I can't play.
on
Um,
the
17th through the 27th.
Okay.
so it's going to be 3 weeks pause anyway now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
All
if we're not
right,
playing next week,
maybe.
yeah. Sorry, guys.
No.
Well, schedules just seem to be that way. That's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 27th is kind of a maybe.
Well,
Depends on
now
what happens on the
I would
27th.
shift the responsibility now to you from Niklas, since you can just write us on the 25th or 26th on how your situation is and if we should maybe keep the Monday free, because otherwise we'll just plan it with other stuff, right?
Mhm.
Is that okay, Jeff?
That's fine.
Yeah.
All
Are
good.
you going on holidays?
Um, kind of. I've got a game coming out, and I'm
Oh, nice,
putting all my time into playing the game. So,
nice. Which one?
Diablo 4.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
when does it come out? Next week already?
Comes out on well, it's the early access and beta, and final
Hmm.
beta comes out on the 17th.
Hmm.
Yeah, awesome.
Ooh, they keep making it look better.
Yep. Um, I was thinking about recording some of it for my channel, if you guys are interested.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That sounds
I mean, if
cool.
you're not really away, then maybe we can still like chat on the Discord and see if Monday's still fit. But we'll just communicate and then we'll find out.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'll expect to be on schedule on the 3rd of April again.
All right.
Okay.
All
All right.
right. Have a nice evening. See you and have a great trip.
Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Goodbye.
See you guys.
You.